Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm getting ready to install the harmonic balancer onto the 265 engine for the convertible. But on some of your original harmonic balancers, they start to develop. I don't know how if you could see it or not. It's real fine, but they start to develop this groove in them from the seal on the timing chain cover. And the kit that I bought, it's real nice. It comes with a sleeve for it. This little sleeve right here that just taps onto that. And I've already put some of they give you some Loctite to put on there. So let's see how easy this is to get on here. And then we'll press it onto I rented the tool to press it as well. So let's see what we get here. Oh, it's a lot harder than it looks to go on there. Get a piece of wood. See if this will do it. Yeah. Maybe just a smidgen more on this side. Okay. All right. Seeing that, what that does is that prevents any oil from slinging off there. It's basically just a sleeve that goes around your harmonic balancer. Gives you a nice new seal again. And it's not very thick at all. But need a little dabble of grease. You always want to put some type of something around as it goes through that new seal. So it doesn't tear it. I've had a hard time finding parts for this engine. It's been driving me nuts. But we'll get it one by one. All right. Well, let's bring you over there to where the engine is as I walk through my maze of random car parts. So here we go. So let's see how easy it is to get this bad boy on there. Here's the kit that comes with everything you would need. I just rented it from O'Reilly's. and it's got the little notch for the Woodruff key right there. All right. And the threads on it is 7/16 by 20. I guess that just kind of falls in there. No, it doesn't. It takes this. I was looking like, how the heck am I going to get that back out of there? That makes more sense. So you just thread this together. And when this was out, having it rebuilt, I had the snout tapped. A 265 doesn't have the threads in the front. All right, and then this, we want the spinning part going forward. Let's see what happens. All right, showtime. So far, so good. This is the best way to do it. Years ago when I was young, I'd take a, what do they call it? A BFH, big hammer. Beat it on there. Just about on there. Tell you what, as it goes back, that'll wear your hand out. All right, and I clearly felt it stop. All right. That was pretty painless, actually. So now the balancer is back on the engine. You know, if you rebuild engines a lot, this would be worth having, but I don't know, maybe it's worth having anyways. It's $45 to rent it. And it's a really nice kit. And other than a little bit of paint from right around there, no real damage really. That worked real well. But like I said, I had the snout of the crank tapped when it was out of the machine shop. So once again, there's your harmonic balancer install tool. It is brand new. I had to take it out of the package. Little rental. Okay. So we're done with that. Let me pull you off here. Hopefully that was somewhat enjoyable, but you can see it's just a smidgen off. But now you can see the shiny part back there. That's that sleeve I put on there, so that'll help from any oil slinging past it. And you can even see the little bit, if I can get in there, you can even see a little bit of that grease I put on the seal to help lubricate it as it goes in. But yeah, that's on there flush. So the harmonic balancer's on there, and I got the water pump for it, but I'm gonna have to rebuild it. I've got a new one, a new water pump, but I want to keep the original stuff on there as much as I can. And then the next thing that I'm going to be doing, probably today, it's Memorial Day today, so I don't know how much I'll get done, but I do got to clean this. This is a remote oil filter that I'm going to run on the engine when I fire it up, but I don't have the bolt, so I'm going to have to find the bolt for it, and it needs cleaned off in there real good. And I'll probably see if my neighbor will sandblast it, but it's got some pitting here and there, like that stuff. That don't matter, but sorry for the anglage, but it'll sit on the motor like that. So basically, you'll see this whole front corner. So I'll get it sandblasted, or I'll strip it somehow. And even on the top, it's got some minor pits. I'll just body work this. A little bit of some Z-Light or something like that. We'll body work it so it has a real nice show finish. And this should be, this can, the actual barrel of it should be like a almost like a light blue color. And then the top is real close to a Chevy orange color. So that's one of the projects I gotta get on here at some point. But what I'm going to try to do today is clean the distributor up for it. And this is one that I've had for a really long time. Like, that engine did not have the correct distributor in it. But this one it's actually a 56. It's dated December 29th of 55. But what makes it unique is this, how it's got that flat area on the shaft. That's where the oil comes up through. Then it comes out of there. And this was a complete distributor years ago, but a friend of mine decided he wanted to help himself to some of the parts when I had it down at my work. So this goes in there. This is your your vacuum advance for it, and it actually ties right onto that. Of course, I can't get it to go. There we go. Sorry, I had to. So it goes. That's your original vacuum advance. So clearly, I'll have to take this off. And I was missing a screw, and then over here. But I've got history with this. This distributor come out of a 56 Chevy that was my dad's car years ago, and I have saved this distributor for so long. So it's definitely going to go into that convertible. And I didn't have the original one for the convertible. So I have since ordered this one. I found this one on eBay, and it's the same part number. Sorry, I was trying to focus. And it was built kind of ironic in December as well, a little bit earlier, December the 7th of 55. But once again, you can see the unique shaft, and this one's actually a lot more dry, maybe even in a little bit better condition. But I'm still going to run that one just for sentimental reasons. But it has my clip and even the little stupid screws, as unimportant as they are. And this cap is unique to 55, 56, possibly 57, but I think 57 went to the more modern screw on, with the screws. So 55 and 56 take some clips, but we can see, I don't know, I'll look at both of the points, but I might put a new points and condenser in there. But we can see this one's 100% complete in here, to where I can scavenge parts from this one and make this one the way it used to be before somebody that will keep anonymous decided they needed some of the pieces and parts a little bit more than I needed them. So you can clearly see right there that hole. That's the clip. And then back there's the second clip, which it's in the wrong spot. It should be back here. And another reason is you can see that tube. You actually put oil in them tubes, and this one's got the cap and everything. But I'll clean this one up, tape that off, and I'll get it all painted up, get it restored. And then my next dilemma is when you go to prime one of these engines, unless my drill, well, actually it won't even work, because I was thinking I could put my drill on the tip of this distributor, but it won't, because it's going to be locked into the camshaft. So I don't know exactly how. Let's see if I can get this bad boy out of here. The old hemostats. Them wasn't mine. Them was my dad's. Maybe they was mine. I don't know. But this is what you would normally run on a Chevy small block or big block if you wanted to prime your oil. But you can see this is solid. I guess I could just grind a flat section in there, but if nothing else, I'll just use this to prime the engine as much as I can. But I know it works off of this, where this location is down in the engine, to feed oil up to your valve train. And even when this distributor goes into the engine, it needs to set just like that. So I had to probably take the timing, take it out, several times, to get the distributor just right where it's on number 1 to where it sits right down in the motor, just like that. I even thought that I could just knock the pin out, because a lot of them have a pin where you can change the cam gear on your distributor. But this one right here, they mushroomed that pin from the factory. So you're not going to get that off. If you did, how would you get it back on? How would you secure it again? So anyways, that's what I'm going to be working on today. Try to get this one cleaned up. And I know it's filthy, but I have sentimental attachment to that distributor. And I may eventually remove all the points and put a Protronix ignition in there. But just for right now, I'm just trying to just gather parts and get this engine slowly going together. Because like everything I order for it, or everything I go to buy, I have to order for it. And I was able to get the spark plugs today for it, so that was cool. You know, I'd call certain shops, certain part stores, and they would have like 3 of these in stock. And then one would have like 5, like, you know, I need all 8 of them, guys. So it's kind of time consuming, but eventually I will get it. And even this, I had to order this in, but this is the original, see, the original clip-on cap for it. Order it in and wait for it to come in, but there it is, it clips on. That's all nice and new. And I've never experienced this before, because this is the first 265 I've tried to put together. And then here's the new coil as well, or not coil. I'm all boogered up today. The new little rotor for it. And I've had this coil right here. Oops, crap. We're about to have a junkalanche here. Let me move that back there. Let me get this out of the way, because this is hard little pieces parts to track down. But I had this coil for years that I'll probably end up running on there as well. Test it and run it on there. 238 B-R, whatever that is. But yeah, so anyways, guys, sorry for making the video so daggone long. I was just trying to go over a couple things. It's been a little over a week since I did a video, and it's not that I didn't want to, or I couldn't have, but family just takes precedence over everything. So I'll get the distributor all cleaned up, hopefully today, and get it painted. And then that'll be one more thing checked off the list. I have to send the carburetor down and have it rebuilt with the same guy that did the one on my 55 gasser. So I'll get that done. But it just takes time. Like, I'm trying to find a radiator for the car, and I know I could buy a new aluminum one, but I want to try to gather the original stuff for the thing. So it just takes a little bit of time, but I'll at least be able to hopefully check off all the ignition stuff today. I'll be able to roughly just sit the distributor in there, put the spark plugs in there, and I got some wires. I dig through the garage, and it's amazing the stuff that I find. I found a brand new set of points wires for it. One more second. Sorry about the glove. But I got the manifolds that I got to have. See if my neighbor will sandblast them. But these are the manifolds I'm going to run on it. And I got to figure out what to do with these. I think that one may have been stock. Maybe it was that one. One of the two. So I got to do some research. But whichever one hopefully this one stays, because could you imagine how big the gap would be, the hole would be if I took that out. So hopefully this one stays, and maybe I could try to pull that out and just weld the top of it, or actually just grind it off. I used the piece of the bolt that's still through there and weld on top of that. But them are the manifolds for it. And here's the power steering pump for it. And you can see it's got the spline on the back. I got not the power steering pump. Sorry guys. Nice little overspray all over. This is the generator, the 55 generator for it, that takes the power steering. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the power steering. On a 50, I think they ran this all the way up to maybe 60. For sure 59, because I seen a 59 Impala that had this. But this is your original power steering assembly for a 55. It sure would be a lot easier if I'd have just put a newer engine like this in that convertible, because this is all more common stuff. That little engine back there is it's an oddball. But I need to find the radiator for it. Well, yeah, see on that manifold I just showed you, that big bolt right here, somebody's put that in there. I might have to find another manifold, because I can see the part right here where the line would have went up to the choke. So if nothing else, I'll just work temporarily on there. And then I got to find all that RAM down there for the power steering also. Because I have the power steering center link and everything. I just need the RAM for it. So we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by Don's Hot Rod Garage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm just out here. It's actually, like I said earlier, it's actually Memorial Day. It's early in the morning. It's supposed to be about 90 today, so you got to get up and get after it before the heat takes over. And then when the heat takes over, you just start a cookout. It's a win-win situation for everybody. So thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to all the veterans